Have you ever wondered how some people remain calm, no matter what happens? Not in the fake, frozen way, but a true, quiet calm. Like the world could crumble, and they'd still pick up a broom and sweep the dust with dignity. Today, I'll share the secret to controlling your emotions like a Stoic. But fair warning, you think you're calm? Wait until someone tests you. Then we'll see. So before you relax, take a second to like the video and subscribe, but only if you truly enjoy what I'm building here. And tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from, and what time of day is it for you right now? If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day. It started with a feeling I couldn't name. Whenever I spoke honestly, even gently, I'd feel a twist of guilt that didn't belong to me. Like I had broken some unspoken rule. Like peace could only exist if I made myself small. Epictetus said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master." But sometimes, the master doesn't shout. They sigh, they pause, they look disappointed, just long enough for you to question yourself. That's the problem with emotional control. It's quiet. It masquerades as caring. It uses your goodness against you. One time, I told someone I needed a day to myself. They replied, "That's fine, I guess. I just thought we were closer than that." That little dagger of guilt, it stayed with me the whole day, until I realized it wasn't mine to carry. Seneca warned us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. That guilt wasn't reality. It was imagination, weaponized. A clever trap. I remember reading that Marcus Aurelius used to write himself reminders, like a daily anti-manipulation checklist. One line always stuck with me. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others, unless it benefits the common good. He was emperor. He still needed reminding. Today, we might not wear togas, but we still get emotionally ambushed by a simple text. K. Scholars still debate, is guilt a moral compass or just an evolutionary tool to enforce social norms? When does conscience end and control begin? The difference? Your conscience calls you higher. Manipulation pulls you inward, wraps you in chains of imagined debt. And that's when I knew. If someone benefits from your guilt more than your growth, you're not in a relationship. You're in a performance. There was a season of my life when I measured my days by,
and yet I had let someone else's chaos live rent-free in my head. Now here's the strange part. Most emotional control doesn't look violent. It looks helpful. Like when someone just wants to talk for hours. Every time you're focused, every time you're centered, they just happen to need you. There's a story about Cleanthes, one of the early Stoics. He'd carry water all night after philosophy lectures just to make a living. His nickname was the Well Digger, but he never missed a session. Because to him, discipline wasn't just about what you did, it was about what you didn't let others undo. He didn't explain himself. He didn't abandon himself to be admired. He showed up with silent power. That's what I forgot. People-pleasing isn't generosity. It's a quiet betrayal of your own rhythm. The academic world still asks, is our desire to be liked biological? A tribal instinct to avoid exile? Or is it cultural, nurtured by reward systems that praise self-abandonment? I think both, but awareness is the exit ramp. Because once I noticed the pattern, how needing me always came when I was doing better. I had to ask, was this connection or emotional sabotage disguised as intimacy? If someone pulls you off track just to stay near you, they're not connecting, they're clinging. And you're not helping. You're drowning with them. You don't owe anyone your peace. You offer it, like a fire. But if they keep throwing water, you walk away dry. There was a moment, late night, lights off, no noise, when I finally asked myself, why do I feel anxious when everything is fine? And the answer came, like a whisper from a life I hadn't lived yet. Because I'd been trained to brace for chaos. When peace came, I didn't trust it. That's emotional control too, the invisible kind, the kind that hides behind your own thoughts. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." But what if your imagination isn't yours anymore? What if it's been hijacked by memories of someone's guilt trips, silent treatments, or shifting moods? Emotional control isn't always about loud manipulation. Sometimes it's about conditioning. Like Pavlov's dog salivating at a bell, you learn to flinch at kindness, to expect the punch after the praise. You over-explain. You pre-apologize. You say yes to things that drain you and call it kindness. Here's something odd Epictetus did. He advised his students not to react to insults, but not just in theory, he had them practice it. But we can reclaim the steering wheel. Start saying no thank you to guilt. Start recognizing when "I'm just worried about you" really means "I want to control you." And the ultimate red flag? When you feel guilty for being calm. That's not your emotion. That's someone else's leash on your nervous system. So loosen it. Sit still when they expect panic. Breathe slowly when they want drama. Smile gently when they search for buttons they may press. You don't have to light up. This is where the work lives, not in grand gestures, but in silent refusals. That's not just stoicism, that's freedom, cloaked in quiet. We don't always notice the moment we lose control of our emotional lives. It's subtle, it's quiet. A slow erosion of our own peace, until calm feels unfamiliar and tension feels like home. But you can return. The Stoics taught that no matter the chaos around you, the mind is your final sanctuary. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus said that from a war tent, not a spa, and it's true. Start small. Notice who pulls your strings. Notice when you shrink. Notice the quiet alarm bells inside. Your peace is sacred. Let people feel what they feel. You don't have to join them in it. Train your response like a Stoic sharpens a blade, quietly, daily, and with great care. This is your time to live clear-eyed and rooted. Let go of guilt. Let go of chaos. Let your presence become your protest. And if this voice helped you hear your own more clearly, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs to remember they're allowed to be calm. Leave a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from and what time of day. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day.